Welcome back to Zizo News. Now, the Kadhiani Member of Parliament Robert Mboi has directed the blame to the low turnout on the ongoing voter registration to his fellow politicians. Mboi stated that majority of the politicians promise heaven and earth to the voters during their campaigns, but in the long run let them down. Here is the video.
Not about the leaders that they're going to elect. It's probably about historically what has happened. One of the things that I think is a problem is that Kenyans look at, a lot of times as politicians speak to them, we give very many empty promises. And that's a normal thing. I mean, almost every election, people will come and promise you heaven. I mean, they'll put roads up in the air. They'll, everybody will get a job. There'll be 4 million jobs. And so there's so much. And they will put money in your pocket. You're going to raise everybody. Every border operator will be a multi-millionaire suddenly. So these promises have always ended up not achieving anything. And so I think it's reached a point where people have realized that politicians take us for a ride every election. So what's the use of registering to vote? So I think it's important that we allow IEBC, first and foremost, to sensitize the voters on the purposes behind them voting for leaders. Because if you leave this to
for 20 days, they haven't done that.
That's a problem. That they are not sensitizing the members of public. People need to be told why.
He then stated that it was important for the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission to focus more on conducting voter sensitization rather than spending most of the expenditure on buying kits for registration.
Only 1 year to the election. This is supposed to be a continuous process. Every year IEBC gets a budget, and every year IEBC should be sensitizing the public.
Okay.
But they spend a lot of time and energy on buying kits for registration, buying kits for doing the election. A lot of money needs to also be spent on training. And let me tell you, it's not very expensive to do that, because all you require is probably 1 or 2 people in every constituency to just go around on a continuous basis. IEBC has got officers in every constituency as we speak now. What do they do from January to December when there are no elections? They can be doing that work of training people and informing people about the purpose behind elections. So I think what is happening is that and then finally let me put it this way. I think the people we are targeting to become voters are the young people, straight from school. Now, Kenya is a country that believes in, we are a nation that believes in, can I say we are a religious nation. We have our strong Muslims and very strong Christians. And in our education system, we train these children to do the right thing. But what has happened is that over the years, if you look at what politics is like a den of liars. And there's a lot of lies and deceit that happens in politics. If you look at the social media, for example, where people contribute political, where the political conversation is, there's a lot of insults and, a lot of things that are not really resonating well with the young people of now. So I think what is happening is that as a young person straight from school, you want to support someone, you get involved in politics, and the next thing you see is that so you have to insult someone for them to, for them to respect you. Somebody has to respect your candidate for no reason. So I think in a way, our political situation is very toxic. And therefore, as a young person, I would be discouraged to go register and then every day be having to insult people. Go to social media and you'll be shocked.
Now, according to reports, only 760,000 Kenyans have registered for voting against the targeted 4.5 million. Now, the IEBC chair, Wafula Chebukati, has stated that they are likely not to get funding from the government to extend the ongoing registration. So give me your opinion on this issue. Drop a comment below. Yeah, like, share and subscribe.